Welcome to this week's weekly live English class. I feel like I've seen you so much this week, but I'm so excited about our class this afternoon for this week's topic. Now, you guys know what we like to do. Whenever I do a live class, I love for you guys to come in and say hello. It's good to see all of you. Andre, what's going on? A virtual hug for you as well, my brother. Good to see you. Good to see you. Erica, hey, good to see you. It is a good day. It's a good time to study English, and I'm so happy that you all are here. Hey, Annalisa, good to see you. I'm always happy to see you here. All right, so I know our other family members are going to be joining us soon. If you guys can share the link, the Academy link inside of the Telegram group, because I know that some people may not have had the link. Just share with them the bulletin board link, and then they can come and join us. So I see we have some of us are here already. Oh, Marcella, hey, good to see you, Marcella. It's always nice to see you. All right, so again, guys, in the Telegram group, don't share the YouTube link, but share the bulletin board link, okay? So those that may not have known where it was will now know. Jasmine, hey, Jasmine, good to see you. Jael, hey, nice to see you. I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful day. All right, so again, guys, we are going to have our class today. I know that many of you know I'm doing the Business English Marathon with Teacher Julie. That's at 6 o'clock. But I said, you know what? I don't want our family members to miss out on our weekly live class. So I said, that's okay. I prepared a class for you guys, and I know that you are going to enjoy it. Monique, hey Monique, how are you? Good to see you. I am doing well. Thank you so much. I look like I'm feeling well. I am feeling amazing. All right, guys. So we're going to jump into our class for today because we're going to be talking about challenges. I want to, again, ask you all if you can please put the link in the Telegram group, the link to the bulletin board. Thanks so much. Hey, Marina, I'm feeling good. How are you feeling? It is good to see you. So good to see you. All right, guys, so we're going to just jump right into our class this evening, and we are going to see what we have in store for you this evening. All right, so, hold on one second, guys. It's just showing my desktop. Hold on one second, guys. I'm going to switch this so that you guys actually see more than just the comments. There we go. All right, now we're all good. Hold on one second. Let's take this off the screen. There we go. Hey, Paola, good to see you. Good to see you. Paola, I mentioned a moment ago, I think you already did it. If you could post the link for in the Telegram group, the link in the Academy for the class. Thank you so much. Mireille, hey, good to see you. Good to see you. Erica, Teacher Tiffani, you look so wonderful, full of energy. Thank you so much. I have lots of energy. The funny thing is, I actually went to bed very late last night and woke up very early. It was funny yesterday during the class, the Business English Marathon, someone made a comment and said, Teacher Tiff, now you know it's about to be past your bedtime. It was almost 9 o'clock. He watched it late. And I laughed because you all know that I go to bed early. But thank you so much for that compliment, Erica. Thank you so much. All right, now we are ready to jump into our topic for this evening. Hey, Basak, good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. All right, so this evening, guys, we're going to be talking about challenges. But you know how our class is broken down. 5 different sections. We're going to have the introduction, then vocabulary words, then expressions and idioms, thought organization, and discussion questions. So today's topic, guys, our topic is challenges. So here's the first question. What are some common challenges people face? Again, what are some common challenges people face? Sorry, guys, hold on. I have to turn my fan on. All right, there we go. Okay, what are some common challenges people face? Sorry, I had to turn my fan on. It gets a little hot in my office. All right. Oh, somebody else came through. Josie, hey, how are you? Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. All right, guys. So the question again, what are some common challenges that people face? So maybe you can think about yourself. Think about some common challenges you face on a regular basis. You know, in the world today, again, because of the pandemic, we're all kind of experiencing some challenges. But what are some common challenges that people face? Here we go. Monique says to eat. That's true. Many people struggle to find food to eat. Doesn't matter what country you go to, there are people who are starving or having a hard time finding food to eat. Jasmine says getting a job and following a diet. Woo, Jasmine. You know, it's true. My friends and I have this joke. Because of the pandemic, we've all kind of gained a few pounds. So we call the weight COVID weight. Like pandemic belly. I have a pandemic belly. So yes, it's hard to stick to a diet. That's a challenge. All right. Monique says to earn money. Exactly. Jael says to work out. Very true. Erica says, I am challenged to learn English and to finally speak English fluently. Very true. Paola says, some have challenges to go to college because of financial problems. Very true. You know, in life, there are so many challenges that we face. This is why I brought up this topic for this week, for our class, because you need to learn how to speak about this topic in English. It's such a common topic no matter where you go. All right. Marcella says learning a second language. Very true. Marae says definitely working out these days. We're on the same page. All right. And Elisa says, if you ask me, the common challenges people face is waking up in the morning and feeling happy, even though I think the rest is going to come up. All right. Jahel says to have a job. True. People are struggling nowadays. Some people have lost their jobs because of the pandemic, and some people can't even find jobs because of the pandemic. So there are many challenges that we experience on a regular basis. So we're going to start off, as always, with the vocabulary section. And I want to teach you all 3 very useful vocabulary words that you can use immediately when you're speaking about challenges. Marina says, my biggest challenge is to control myself when I'm angry. Yes, that is a big challenge. I'm short-tempered, and sometimes it's quite hard to control my feelings. Very well stated. Very well stated. I think many people struggle with that as well, Marina. Marceline says, hello, Marceline. To learn more English and to be able to speak really well. Yes, it is a challenge. And remember, I've told you all so many times, I can speak Korean, but I also started learning Korean as an adult. So the challenge was real. So I totally understand the challenges that you all face as it relates to English. So let's get started with some vocabulary words. Here we go. So the first vocabulary word I want us to look at. Hold on, someone asked me a question. Alessandra said, how are you doing? I am doing amazing. I actually just had a wonderful smoothie right before class. So yes, Alessandra, I'm doing great. I hope you are doing great too. All right. So our first vocabulary word is obstacle. Again, obstacle. Now I want us to practice this pronunciation really quickly. So after me, obstacle. Good. Again, obstacle. Excellent. Now the last time at a regular pace, obstacle. Good job. Good job. Now, the word obstacle just refers to something that blocks you so that movement going forward or action is prevented or made more difficult. So, for example, if I'm driving in my car, right? I'm speeding down the highway. I like to drive fast, guys. I'm a safe driver, but I do like to drive fast. So I'm driving down the highway, right? And then I see that there's construction going on, right? It's way ahead of me, and I see that they have put some blocks in the road. Those blocks are obstacles. Why? Because I want to keep going forward, but I have to slow down and move out of the way, right? So that's a physical obstacle. We can also have other obstacles that inhibit us from going forward. You're learning English. Well, sometimes your job can be an obstacle. You have to work so many hours. So obstacle is a very useful word. Here we go. Annalisa says, if you ask me the common challenges, I got you. Oh, okay. And feel happy in spite of everything going bad or being bad. Got you. Ali. Hey, Ali. I'm good. What's good with you? Thank you so much, Ali. Andre says, a big obstacle when you don't understand what's happening in a conversation. Oh, a big obstacle to speaking English fluently is when you don't understand what is going on in the conversation, okay? Not being able to understand. All right, so let's look at some example sentences. And you guys know, as always, you can put your example sentences in the comment section as I go over the examples. Now, again, right after this class, I'll have the Business English Marathon. So we'll still have our full class, but I won't be doing as many examples on the screen for you all. Like, I'll show you the examples, but I want you guys to try to type just a little bit faster today so that we can get through our class and learn everything. All right. So again, type your sentences for the word obstacle. Here are the examples. First, money seems to be an obstacle for many people. Great example. Think about it. You want to get a nicer house. You want to move to another place, but you don't have enough money. So it's hindering you or stopping you from moving forward. Money can be an obstacle. All right, here we go. Hey, excellent. Marceline says money can be an obstacle if you cannot pay your tuition. Okay, money can be an obstacle. You can't pay your tuition. Got you. Something's obstacle. Erica says something's obstacle came from our form of thinking. Okay. Sometimes the way we think can be an obstacle. Again, sometimes the way we think can be an obstacle. All right. That is true, though. Very true. All right. Next, we have this one right here. When you encounter an obstacle, think hard and ask a more mature person for guidance. All right. This is another great example. When you encounter or when you come upon an obstacle, ask someone older or wiser for help. Hey, Christy, good to see you too. Always good to see you. Welcome, welcome. All right. And the last example is right here. Two large obstacles when beginning your own business are time and money. This is so true. When I first started the Academy in January of 2019, I was working extremely long hours. Why? Because it was the very beginning of the Academy, and I wanted to make sure everything was great, and I wanted to produce more resources. So I spent lots of time. So one of the main obstacles was time. I didn't have enough time. So yes, this is a very good example of how to use obstacle. Marina says, our life is full of obstacles. Every now and then, it's hard to jump over them, or to get over them or get through them, but we need to go on. Very true. Erica says, sometimes the way we think can be an obstacle. Sometimes the way we think can be an obstacle. Remember the S off at the end of sometimes. Jael says, the lack of knowledge in a new job can be an obstacle. Got you. Marcella says, when you are out of the woods, it's because you overcame the obstacles. I like how you use that idiom. When you are out of the woods, it's because you overcame the obstacles. Paola says money can be an obstacle in a lot of different situations. Good. Alam, hey, good to see you. No worries. We're glad that you're here. I don't find the link of the live class. Okay, remember guys, the live class is always you go to the bulletin board, and I have it set up every month. It's set up right there. So you don't have to wait even for next week's class and the following week. You go to the bulletin board in the Academy. All right. Annalisa, the biggest obstacle, so not the most big, but the biggest obstacle at university is passing an exam in time or on time. Okay. All right. Monique says, to face obstacles in life, I always try to keep calm, and I make a list of the pros and cons. Here we go. To face obstacles in life, I always try to keep calm, and I make a list of the pros and cons. All right. Erica, my pleasure. All right. Marcella says lack of money is an obstacle to travel. Okay. Is an obstacle for many people who want to travel. Lack of money is an obstacle for many people who want to travel. Hey, Shell, good to see you. The new mother faced an obstacle to provide time for her newborn baby. She didn't have enough time. Got you. Hey, Carmen, good to see you. Sometimes bad behavior could be an obstacle to your knowledge or to gaining knowledge. Good example, all right? So again, guys, obstacle is a very good word to use when you're speaking about challenges, all right? So again, keep typing your examples. It's good to practice. We're going to move on to the next word, okay? Here we go. The next word we have dealing with challenges is decision making. Now you notice it's two words kind of put together like hyphenated, but again, it's a very good, I guess, combination word or hyphenated word to use. Decision making. Now this just means the process of making choices. Again, both words you all know, decision and making, right? Very simple. When you put them together, they become very useful. So let me show you some sentences using decision making. Here we go. First, she plays no part in daily decision making at work. So you see what's happening, right? It's not a verb. It's saying, there's a decision making team. These individuals normally make decisions at our job. She's not a part of that team or a part of the process. So we can say, she plays no part in daily decision making at work. Now, next, here we go. For children to feel empowered, they must be part of the family decision making process. Again, for children to feel empowered or a part, they need to be a part of the family decision making process. Again, they need to help make the decisions. I have a question really quickly, guys. Do you agree with this statement? For children to feel empowered, they must be part of the family decision-making process. Real quick, I'm very curious. In your own country, in your culture, is it normal for children to give their opinions? This is something that is very interesting because I lived in Korea, and in Korea, the opinions of children, no, their opinions didn't matter, right? Because it's based on a hierarchical system, their culture. Whoever's older kind of has the more, is more important when it comes to making decisions. But in your own culture, do the opinions of children really make a difference? I'm very curious to know how you all, how your country is, the culture in your country. Do the opinions of children really matter in your country? Just real quick, you guys can let me know if the opinions of children matter in your own country. All right. And we'll keep looking at the sentences, but I wanted to know about your culture. All right. And last, the bank gave decision-making authority to individual businesses. Okay. Individual businesses. So the individual businesses could make the choices, could make the decisions. And it says the bank gave decision-making authority to individual businesses. Now, again, I think it's taking a little while to come through, but remember the question I was asking you all is, in your own culture, do children have the right to give their opinions? In America, when I was younger, it was not the case. Like, people didn't really ask kids what they thought about certain situations. They asked them how was their day, but it was mainly the adults. Things have changed a lot over time. But what about your culture? Marina says, yes, my father and brother don't want to listen to my opinion, but I always keep my voice or voice my opinion. I always voice my opinion. And my mom supports me. Okay, good. Very interesting. Anybody else? Again, tell us about your culture. Do children play a part in the decision-making process? Jahel says, it's not very common. Dads always decide and have the last word. Usually they don't ask the children about their opinions. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I see. Paola says decision making has turned hard during this pandemic because everything is unstable and uncertain. Yes, decision making has become difficult during this pandemic because everything is unstable and uncertain. Yes. Jean Kelly, hey, says my daughter plays a good role in decision making. For festivities. Okay. And Elisa says, here we give a lot of importance to children. They are in the center or at the center of every decision. The life revolves or our lives revolve around children. Okay, nice. Very interesting. Erica says, I like to hear my children's opinions. Nice. Monique says, it depends on the generation. In my country back in the day, I like how you use that. Children couldn't make decisions, but now parents try to listen to them as here in Europe. Oh, you're in Europe? Wait a minute, Monique, where are you right now? Or are you saying like they do in Europe? Let me know what country you're in again right now. Christy says, nowadays in Peru, young parents ask children for their opinion. Times are changing, aren't they? Marcella says, I think that it's changing in my country. Years ago, kids weren't asked about family decisions. Now we are evolving, and many parents are caring about teaching decision-making skills to their children. Very well stated, Marcella. Very well stated. Shell says, absolutely yes. As a Filipino citizen, it's important to hear the opinions of the children with respect. Very interesting, Shell. Marceline says she took a decision-making for her next wedding. She decided to take a decision-making role for her next wedding. Sometimes they don't want the young people to give their opinions and make decisions. Okay, I see how you combine them, okay? All right, Andre says, nowadays I always listen to my daughter. Her suggestion is always welcome. Here we go. I always welcome her suggestions. I do that because my father never did that for me. All right. Okay. Oh, Monique, you're in Belgium. Okay. Nice. Alam says, nowadays, people start giving kids the right to make decisions. Okay. You all see how the times are changing a lot, right? Back in the day, kids didn't take part in the decision-making process, but now kids are really a big part of the decision-making process in families. All right. Let's see. Shell says a good manager will try to involve everyone in the decision-making process. Great sentence. Alessandra says, in Brazil, it's not very common, but I usually do that because I like to listen to their opinions. Got you. Murray says, it's generally the same situation. Okay. In Turkey, you have the same situation as Korea, but I'm lucky that I have the greatest parents. They're acting like the world is revolving around me and my sister. Oh, that's beautiful. Marina says the hardest decision-making process is how to spend your precious time. Yes, very hard decision. Paula says related to kids decision-making in my country, I think it depends on the state. Some states are very old school, good use, and the parents are really authoritarian, but others are similar to the US. Very interesting. All right, a few more. Carmen says, in my country, the children are not usually allowed to participate in decision-making process in their family. Got you. Jasmine says, my mother never asked me what I wanted to eat. Right. Here's a funny story, guys. Talking about that, Jasmine. So Jasmine, when I was growing up, my mom, she cooks really well. The food was always good, but there were some times when I didn't want to eat what she made. But she said, you're going to eat what's on the plate. So let's say if I didn't finish the food, she said, no problem. You're going to eat it for lunch. I come back to lunch, exact same plate of food. If I didn't finish it, she said, no problem. You're going to eat it for dinner. So it was kind of this idea of you're going to eat what's given to you no matter what. But things have really changed currently. Like in the present day, kids now have more power in the family. So it's very interesting how things have changed. Very interesting. All right, last one. Jahel says the board is in charge of decision-making. Oh, the board is in charge of decision-making in the company or at the company. Okay, good. Very good. All right, so we all understand how to use decision-making in a sentence. Again, when you're speaking about challenges, you can also use this in a sentence. Now, here's the last one, guys. Mindset. Now, this is a person's way of thinking and their opinions. So I can say, wow, Jahel, you have a good mindset. Or wow, Shell, you have a good mindset, right? So again, it's just a person's way of thinking. Very simple, but a very useful word. So let me show you all how to use it in a sentence. Here we go. Having a fixed mindset and being inflexible are detrimental to one's personal growth. Let me explain this to you really quickly. You see that it says a fixed mindset. Well, the word fixed means you can't move it. For example, let's say, there's a fan above me right now, right? It's in the ceiling, right? I can't move it. Like I can't push it and move it anywhere. Why? Because they've drilled holes into the ceiling and put screws in it so it doesn't move. So it's a fixed, right? It's in a fixed position. It can't be moved. So when we say a fixed mindset, it's basically referring to someone who is stubborn, right? Does not want to change their idea. They don't want to be flexible. They don't want to hear anybody else. So again, having a fixed mindset and being inflexible are detrimental or bad or harmful to one's personal growth. Now, what about this one? Yuri changed her mindset after years of being closed-minded. Now, closed-minded is similar to fixed mindset. Close, think about this. Close, open. Close, open. Right now, I'm talking to you all right, but you can see that I'm kind of open. This is also a trick when you're giving a speech or when you're speaking. People feel more comfortable the more open you are. If I taught every class like this, hello, everybody. Okay, we're going to learn. You'd feel very uncomfortable. Why? Because I'm closed. But as soon as I open up, hey, guys, you feel like you're coming in, right? So that's why we say closed-minded just means you don't want anyone to come in. You don't want anyone else's ideas to affect you. So Yuri changed her mindset or her way of thinking after years of being closed-minded. Now, I'm going to give another example, but remember, guys, in the comment section, try to make your own sentence using this word mindset. Again, mindset. All right. Here's the last one. It's extraordinary how hard it is to change the mindset of the public and the press. It's a very hard thing to change people's opinions or to change the way people think, right? The majority. That's not easy, right? That's a challenge. So I could say it really is a challenge, right? Trying to change the mindset of the public is a big challenge, all right? So again, in the comment section, guys, I want you all to try to make your own sentence, right? Try to use the word mindset and figure out a way to talk about maybe your situation or what's going on in the world and use the word mindset to do that, okay? All right, so I think you guys are thinking a lot. The comments are coming in a little bit slower for this word. If it's difficult, let me know and I'll explain it a little bit more, okay? All right, but again, as I wait for you guys to write here we go. All right, here we go. All right, thank you, Marina. Tiff's got the happiest mindset I've ever seen. Thank you so much. Jean Kelly says, sometimes it's hard to have a mindset on children decision making. Because they change their minds so often. Okay. All right. Sometimes it's hard to rely on a child's mindset, or sometimes it's hard to respect a child's mindset because they change their minds so often. Or we can say, when you are thinking about the decision-making process, it's very hard to respect the mindset of a child because they change their minds so often. That was very long, but you can rewind later and write it down. All right. Alam says, having a positive mindset helps you reach your goals easily. Good job. Very true statement. Paola says, you can imagine how much your mindset can affect your health and your personal relationships. Okay. So I'll change it for you. You can imagine how much your mindset can affect your health and your personal relationships. Shell says, nowadays, we need to shift our mindset to the blessings that we have instead of the obstacles in our lives. Woo, I like that sentence. Again, I made some corrections, but I like the meaning. It's very good. Murray says, in my opinion, traveling and seeing new things that we're not familiar with at all changes our mindset and broadens our mind. Okay, broadens our mind. Christy says that man is really stubborn. No one could change his mindset. Good job. All right. Alam says COVID-19 has changed people's mindset. Very true. Marcella says if you change your fixed mindset, you'll be able to face every single obstacle. Very good. Be careful with the spelling of obstacle. There's no U, but very good. Marceline says with teacher Tiffani, students are always happy and have a good mindset in class. Well, I'm happy to hear that. All right. Annalisa says the old man's mindset is different from the younger man's mindset. I think because they are from different generations. So for every season, there will be a different mindset. I like the meaning of your sentences. All right. Jael says having good habits and a healthy style or healthy lifestyle is a mindset. A little bit different. So having good habits, let me see. Having good habits and a healthy lifestyle is a mindset. It's kind of a practice. So you can say, let's see. I know what you're trying to say. It's a good mindset, like to try to live healthy and to try to make sure that you're doing things well, is a good mindset to have. Okay. Focusing on living life, well and eating healthy is a good mindset to have. Okay. All right. And Monique says the positive mindset uncovers great change. Good. Josie, hey, Josie says it's hard to understand who has a good mindset. Who has a good mindset? All right. Good job, guys. So again, the 3 words we went over, again, we have mindset, decision-making, and obstacle. All right. These 3. Now, I want us to get into the expressions. All right. I'll get into the expressions now. Again, expressions that'll be useful when you're trying to talk about your challenges. Here's one. Grasping at straws. I'm going to take a little sip of water really quickly. Now, the word grasping, right? Grasping. Grasping literally just means to reach for and hold, right? To reach for or try to reach for something and hold it, right? Grasping at straws. Now, I just drank some water, but sometimes you have a straw, right? And you just suck it up. So grasping at straws. What does this mean? This is a very useful expression, very useful. It means to make a desperate attempt at saving something. Again, to make a desperate, I really need to save this. I'm grasping at straws, though. To make a desperate attempt at saving. So let me show you an example to this, guys. Here we go. The boss could see him grasping at straws to save his job. So imagine again, currently, because of COVID, so many people have lost their jobs, right? Now, imagine you're in a situation and your boss walks up to you and says, hey, we're going to have to let about 10 people go from this department. So we're going to announce tomorrow who those 10 people are. And you get really nervous. So after the boss walks away, you start thinking about, oh man, I've done my job really well. You go to the boss's office and you say, hey, I just want to let you know that I finished the project you gave me. I also did this last week. I made sure that I had everything in order. I wanted to make sure that you're happy with my job and everything that I'm doing. I'm basically desperate. I don't want to be let go. You don't want to be fired. So you're grasping at straws to save your job. All right. Here's another example right here. I knew my mother was dying, but I was grasping at straws to save her life. I was trying desperately to get her the best care, the best doctor, the best facilities, the best medicine. Why? Because I didn't want her to die. So I was grasping at straws, again, trying desperately, attempting to save my mother. You can say grasping at straws. Again, think about that. Your family member, your mother, your father, husband, wife, child, someone is sick. You don't want them to die. That's a challenging situation. So when you're trying to save that person or to do something to help eliminate their pain, you can say, I'm grasping at straws to save their life. Make sense? All right, here we go. Last example sentence right here. I tried to lie, but everyone knew I was wrong and only grasping at straws. Again, making an attempt, a desperate attempt to make people believe something. Oh, no. I didn't do that, but everyone knows, wait a minute, we know you're lying. So grasping, being desperate, but everyone knew that he or she was lying. All right, so let's see some examples of this, guys. Grasping at straws. Put them in the comment section. Here we go. Annalisa says, when we are wrong, sometimes we try to be right. Okay. I know what you're saying. When we are wrong, we start grasping at straws to make things right. When we are wrong, or when we are in the wrong, y'all can look that one up. When we are in the wrong, we start grasping at straws to make things right. Okay. All right. Good example. I just kind of corrected it for you, Annalisa. All right. Anybody else? Again, grasping at straws. Try to make your own sentence and put it in the comment section. All right. Grasping at straws. All right. Let's see. I'm going to go to the next expression, but don't worry. I'm just waiting for the comments to come through. I'll definitely put your sentence on the screen. All right, here's the next one, guys. Last resort. This means the only option left. Now, when I was preparing for today's class and this expression came up, I was so happy. And I was happy because this is an expression that Americans, English speakers, use on a regular basis. It's very, very important for you to understand this expression because if you've never heard it before, you probably would have a hard time guessing what it means. However, telling you right now, it means the only option left. Now, we're going to come back to it because I see your sentences coming through. Here we go. Basak says she was just grasping at straws, trying desperately to get out of trouble. Excellent. Very good. Christy says mother's pet was grasping at straws to save her puppy. Okay. My mother's pet or my mother's dog was grasping at straws to save her puppy. The baby was at the top of the cliff. Wow. All right. Don't worry, Annalisa. It's okay. Remember what I told you all earlier this week? Mistakes prove that you're improving. Make lots of mistakes. That shows that you're trying. So I don't mind mistakes at all. It shows that you're trying. I love you trying. All right. Jean Kelly says the company that I work for is downsizing. I'm grasping at straws to save my job so that I can pay my mortgage. Again, go back and write down what I just corrected for you. All right. Good job. Marceline says she found a new job, so she is grasping at straws to not lose her place or lose her job or lose her house because she found a new job, so she's trying not to lose her house. All right. Marcella says the baby was crying desperately. He was just grasping at straws to get to his mother or to get his mother to hold him. Okay. Aslam says people around the world are grasping at straws to save their lives due to COVID-19 or grasping at straws to save. Oh, you mean their lives physically? Yes, to save their lives, right? Marina says when we feel threatened by something or someone, we grasp at straws until the last second. Very good. Paola says he had lost the argument, but he kept grasping at straws. Good. Very good. All right, so everyone understands how to use grasping at straws in a sentence. Now, this one we're looking at right now is the last resort. Again, the only option left. So here's the first example sentence. I really wanted to attend the conference, but I ended up missing my flight, which was my last resort. All right, the last option that he or she had was to get on the flight and fly out, but he or she missed the flight. And that flight was their last option or only option, their last resort. All right. What about this one right here? Experts say warning labels, like on food or products, are a last resort or an only option left when a hazard can't be designed out of a product. For example, think about bleach, right? We use bleach many times to clean things in our homes, right? Now, bleach is very, very dangerous. If you drink it or if it gets in your eyes, it can really cause a lot of harm. But bleach is necessary. The ingredients in bleach are important. So there are hazards written on the actual bottle that say, please do not drink this or do not put this close to your eyes. Why? Because they had to put the ingredients in. That was their only option. So the warning labels are a last resort. Like, hey, this is the only option we have. These ingredients have to go in this product. So our only option is to slap a sticker on there that says, hey, don't put this in your mouth. All right. The last resort. All right. Here we go. Last one is, as a last resort, teachers could always open an online classroom with their internet provider or school. Again, the only option left. The only option available, we say the last resort. All right. So I want you guys to think about this expression. How can you use last resort in a sentence? Think really hard. How can you use last resort in a sentence? Again, I've had some students that have told me, teacher, I really needed to learn English. I tried many other places. I tried institutes and other things, but I saw your academy and I said, hey, This is my only option. Your academy was my last resort, and I'm so happy I decided to join. So you see, they've tried everything else, and then they decided to join our family. This was their last resort, but they're happy. All right. So let me see some sentences that came through. Here we go. Merhawit, hold on one second. Merhawit says, I'm grasping at straws to take care of my family. I have to work hard. Good example. Jean Kelly says, joining Tiffany's academy is my last resort to improve my English skills. Good. Notice how I corrected a few things though. Monique says, I still have some challenges in my life, and I'm grasping at straws to fix them or to overcome all of them, Shell says, he's desperately grasping at straws to explain why he failed as a leader. Why he failed as a leader. Yes, Christy, the last resort. Basak says she is only interested because he is the last resort. Good example. All right. Paola says asking for more time should be our last resort. We need to work harder. Good example, Paola. Marceline says, excuse me, Peter lost everything in the fire, which happened this morning. He chooses Bank of America. Okay. So he chose Bank of America, the last resort, as a last resort to borrow money to repair his house. Got you. All right. The English course is my last resort. Oh, this English course is my last resort. Got you. Don't worry. You're in the right place. Annalisa says, you are my last resort to improve my English. Please make a miracle. Hey, listen, I'll give 110%. As long as you're giving 110% too, you will succeed. But again, Annalisa, you're very active in the group and I'm always happy. So you will do it. All right. Christy says, I had to warm up the leftover spaghetti the day before yesterday. It was my last resort, or it was the last resort. Got you. Carmen says, as a last resort, I decided to try the lottery to make money, All right, two more. Alam says, my last resort is to improve my English so as to make my dream come true. Good. Marina says, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are the last resorts to save the U.S. Yeah. Good job, guys. Good job. All right. We're going to look at our last expression before we go to our discussion question, okay? All right, here's the last expression. Again, a very useful one. Back against the wall. Back against the wall. Now, this means to have very serious problems that limit the ways in which you can act, all right? Your back is against the wall. So, for example, let's say you work at a company and they want you to travel to another country. And you say, I'm so sorry, I'm not going to be able to go. And they say, why? You say, well, I have 5 kids. My husband and I were very busy. We have to take care of our kids and we don't have anyone to watch them while I'm away because my husband is also gone a lot. So I have no other option. I can't do anything. It's a very serious problem and I can't act. My back is against the wall. I can't do anything. My job wants me to go, but I can't go. My back is against the wall. So here's an example sentence, guys. He owes money to everyone. So he really has his back against the wall now. Think about it. He owes tons of money, but he doesn't have a lot of money. So he's really in a serious situation, a big challenge, and he's limited. I owe $1,000, but I only have $10. What am I going to do? I don't know what to do. This is a serious problem or a serious challenge. My back is against the wall in this situation. There's nothing I can do. All right, right here. We knew that with so little money left to finish the project, we had our backs against the wall. Again, where you're presented with a situation or a challenge and you don't see how you're going to overcome it. You don't see how you're going to get out of it or through the situation. You can say, my back is against the wall. All right. And finally, here we go, guys, right here. With her back against the wall, Sharon quickly answered the frantic phone call. All right. Frantic means like, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. It's kind of like panicking. We call that frantic, right? Like when someone calls 911, like there's an emergency. Normally they're not, hello, someone was shot. Can you please help us? No, usually they're like, oh my goodness, someone was shot. We need help. Please come help us. They're very frantic, a frantic phone call. So with her back against the wall, Sharon quickly answered the frantic phone call. Now, this is an expression, again, that's very useful, but I want you guys to try to make a sentence using this expression. Again, back against the wall. Now, I'm going to wait for you all to send your sentences, and I'm going to do something a little bit different. You know, we have to go through things a little bit quicker today because it's another class, but I want to quiz you guys. I didn't do this last week. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you guys kind of a quick story or a situation. And I want you all to tell me which expression, let's start with the vocabulary words. All right. There are 3 vocabulary words. I want you to tell me which vocabulary word matches the situation. Then we'll go to another one and I'll tell you a situation and I'll ask you to match the proper expression. All right. See how good you guys were listening, how well you understood what I taught. All right. Hold on one second. A sentence came through. All right, again, oh, no, this is for last resort. Again, I'm looking for sentences using back against the wall, all right? Back against the wall. Take about 2 or 3. Okay, I see what you're doing. Merhawitz says, when your house started burning, go out fast. As a last resort, leave the house, okay? When your house catches on fire, go out or leave the house. That's your last resort, as opposed to trying to put the fire out, okay? Paula says, JJ, I love your examples of frantic. Thank you. All right. Annalisa says, when my back is against the wall, my adrenaline goes up and I do everything better. Hey, yeah, that is true. All right. Alam says, in 2020, the world had its back against the wall due to the coronavirus. Okay, that makes sense. In 2020, the world had its back against the wall due to the coronavirus. Jean Kelly says unemployment puts so many people's backs against the wall because they are deeply in debt. Notice how I changed a few things. So later on, rewind and then write down the way I changed it. All right. All right. 2 more and then I'll give you guys some example situations. Marina says, my mom's back is against the wall because she wants to travel. I think it cut your sentence off, but I'll wait till you write the rest. Jasmine says, he owes money to everyone, so his back is against the wall. All right. So his back is against the wall. All right. Okay, guys. Now I'm going to remind you, I'm going to type in the comment section again, the vocabulary words. Remember the vocabulary words we had were, let's see again, obstacle. All right. Then we had decision making. And we had, what was the last one? Hold on. Obstacle, decision making. Guys, your teacher forgot what the last one was. I have so many things running through my mind right now. Okay, mindset. All right. And the last one is mindset. All right. So I'm going to give you guys some examples and I want you to tell me which word matches. Okay, which word matches. Here we go. Picking from one of the vocabulary words. Oh, hold on. A sentence came through. Paola says a lot of government workers have their backs against the wall because of the world crisis. Remember, there's one government, but the people that work for the government have their backs against the wall. All right. And Marcella says he got his back against the wall when he lost all his money at the casino. All right. His back was against the wall because he lost all of his money at the casino. All right. So here we go, guys. I'm going to give you guys 2 situations before we go to our discussion question. All right. Here's the first situation. Again, listen to the situation and then tell me which vocabulary word matches the situation. Here we go. I have many friends. They're great people, great individuals. But I have this one friend. She's really, really awesome. Now, this friend, no matter what the situation is, no matter how big of a challenge she's experiencing, she's always so positive. She always looks at the bright side of situations. She always tries to encourage me and other people, no matter what's going on. And we also encourage each other. I really like the way she thinks. She has a positive way of thinking. She's always optimistic. I really like her positive. What's the vocabulary word? Pick from one of the 3 we learned today. Talking about my friend, she's always thinking positively. I really like the way she thinks. She has a positive, Yes, Paola, you got it. Very good. She has a positive mindset. Excellent. Marcella, you got it as well. She has a positive mindset. Very good. Shell got it. Excellent. Annalisa, excellent. Marina, excellent. You guys got it. Very good. Marae, you got it. Excellent. Very good. Alam, excellent job. Very good. Jean Kelly, very, very good. Christy, hey, you guys all got it correct. Excellent. Excellent. Basak, very good. Andre's like, yeah, it's me. Very good. Excellent. All right, I'll give you guys one more. Now, this time I'm going to give you a situation and I want you to find out which expression matches the situation. Now, the expressions again, grasping at straws, last resort, and back against the wall. All right. So here we go. Let me think of a very difficult situation. All right. Okay. So this is what happened. My friends and I, we were going to go on a trip together, right? We wanted to go on a trip together. So we all gathered money and we each had $100. So it's about 5 friends, so $500, right? And we were trying to decide what to do. And we also were trying to find out how to get to our destination. So we had 3 choices. We could either rent a car, rent a van, or we could actually rent an RV. An RV is kind of the larger truck or larger van that has like a shower, bathroom, and kitchen area in it. The thing is, we only had $500. And when we looked up the prices, we realized that the car was our only option. So even though we wanted to get a van, we realized, hey, we only had one option, and that one option was the car. So our only option was the car, which means the car was what's the expression? The car was our last option, our only option. I gave you a hint. The only option was the car. So what's the expression? The car was our, what's the expression we learned today that means our only option? Only one option left. Yes, excellent. Paola said last resort. Very good. Marcella, last resort. Excellent. Shell, last resort. Good. Marina, excellent, guys. Annalisa, good. Jasmine, excellent. Alam, excellent. Josie, good job. Christy, good job. And Jean Kelly, I think the end part of the word cut off, but I think you got it. Last resort. Excellent job. Oh, there you go. You typed it right now. Good, good. Excellent job. So we see again that the last resort is a very useful expression. Guys, you all are amazing. Oh, you got it too, Andre. Good job. Good job. Last resort. And also Monique. Excellent job. Excellent. Now, I'm looking at the time. We're going to go into our last part, the discussion question. And again, remember, the discussion question is where I want you guys to record a video clip and put it in our Telegram group. But let me go back to my screen and we're going to see what the discussion question is. Here we go. All right. So our discussion question for today, guys, is right here. I want you to answer this question. The question is, what do you do when faced with a challenge at work? Again, what do you do when faced with a challenge at work? Now, again, I told you guys at the beginning, only for today, I do apologize. We're going to have to end now because I have to get prepared for the Business English Marathon. But this is the question, guys. What do you do when faced with a challenge at work? Now, last week, I was so impressed with you all. So many of you all accepted the challenge I put to you all to record yourself either a video or an audio clip answering the question. So again, I told you all I do see the messages. Even though I don't respond, I do see the messages in the group. So I want you all to answer this question. What do you do when faced with a challenge at work? I want you to record your voice or record a video clip of yourself, very quick video clip, answering the question, what do you do when faced with a challenge at work? For example, for me, I could say, whenever I'm faced with a challenge at work, I like to sit down and write notes. I want to process what's actually going on, and writing notes actually helps me overcome the challenge. Done. You see, it can be quick, but I want you to, again, either record a video clip or record an audio clip answering this question right here. What do you do when faced with a challenge at work? Now, that's your immediate challenge for today, for right now, all right? Now, the other questions you have for this week to discuss with your partners are right here. Here we go. These are the questions dealing with challenges. You have challenges faced at work, challenges faced in life, and also challenges in other situations. Very useful discussion questions. And I noticed right before we came on, I think Paola, you posted a Zoom link. I think it was around 12:30. I told you guys I see everything. I noticed that you guys kind of met via Zoom. So excellent. I'm so happy when you guys meet on Zoom. You can do that this week. Meet on Zoom and talk about these questions. Let me see. Hey, my pleasure, Shell, my pleasure. Jasmine says, what do you do when faced with a challenge at work? Record our voice or video. Thank you for writing that, Jasmine. Yes, definitely. So I know today a lot of our family members weren't able to join us live. So if you guys, again, those of you who are here, as soon as we end, please go directly to the Telegram group, record your voice or record a video clip so that other students will realize, oh man, we missed out, but we can still participate in this activity by recording themselves answering the question. All right. Guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys for understanding. I had to kind of go through this class a little faster than usual, but I do hope you guys learned a lot. So I'm going to end our class here. Again, thank you guys all for joining. Remember, these are the questions and you'll find them in the Academy. Remember, the link is in the Academy. Again, you can find it on the bulletin board and you can practice those questions with your partners. All right, guys, thank you again for joining.